Gold and silver prices are both moving higher today. Silver is nearing a 10-year high, while gold is nearing a new all-time high. Why are they moving up, and where could they go from here? Let's get into it. SD Bullion is giving away a monster box of 2024 Tree of Life silver coins. Sign up today at sdbullion.com/sweepstakes. Thank you so much for watching. I do sincerely appreciate it. As you can see, silver is once again on the rise, currently sitting at $31.60 an ounce, up 66 cents on the day. Gold is also moving up very rapidly. This is a huge move for gold. It is currently sitting at $2,426 an ounce, up around $50 on the day. So gold is only about $25 away from a new all-time high, and it doesn't seem to be slowing down. Silver, on the other hand, is about 50 cents away from an 11-year high. If we back up on the chart here, you can see it was slightly higher back in May. It went up to $32.06 an ounce. So we're about 50 cents away from that right now. And if it has another move tomorrow like it did today, it will surely breach that mark. So the big question now becomes, why are precious metals moving up right now? Well, the short answer is that the dollar is getting crushed. In fact, right at 8:30 this morning, you can see the dollar started moving down at a very rapid pace. So what happened at 8:30 to cause the dollar to fall so far? Well, some economic data was released, and it is one of the weirdest things that I've seen in a while. If we head over to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, you could see that right at 8:30 a.m. this morning, we had this economic news release, and the big news is that inflation has actually gone down. That's right, inflation has declined 0.1%, and because inflation is going down, this is causing the dollar to fall and precious metals to rise. But this seems completely backwards. You would think that with inflation getting better, if things are not costing as much, then the dollar should be doing better. But in fact, it's the opposite. The headline for this Kitco News article reads, "Gold breaks above 2,400 as U.S. CPI beats expectation in June." Gold prices are setting new session highs above $2,400 per ounce after U.S. consumer prices cooled more than expected in June, boosting hopes for a September rate cut from the Federal Reserve. The Consumer Price Index, or CPI, fell 0.1% last month after May's flat reading, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics said on Thursday. The latest inflation data was better than expected, as economists were looking for a 0.1% increase. So essentially, because inflation is going down, this is increasing the chance that we're going to see the Federal Reserve start slashing rates, and that is really what's going to drive the dollar lower. If we head over to CME Group's FedWatch tool, you could see that they are predicting no rate cut at the end of July. So this is the target rate probabilities for the 31st of July Fed meeting, and it is a 91.2% chance that rates will remain the same. So we're likely not going to see a rate cut in the next 3 weeks. However, at the September 18th meeting, they are now predicting 5.5% chance that rates will remain the same. So 94.5% chance that rates will actually be moving down in September. This is in stark contrast to their prediction 1 week ago, where they said there was only a 27% chance of rates remaining the same. So it is now seeming much more likely that rates will start coming down in September. And again, this is so bullish for precious metals, because when rates come down, this crushes the dollar. And as we saw today, when the dollar moves lower, precious metals can move much higher. Peter Schiff is calling for an explosive growth in silver price, and I think this is possible possible as well. Economist and gold advocate Peter Schiff has urged investors to buy silver. He shared on social media platform X on Tuesday, "Silver is really strong. An explosive move higher seems likely soon." Schiff noted that the price of silver is already up over 40 cents in early morning trading, comfortably back above $31 an ounce. On July 3, he wrote on X, "Gold and silver are poised to break out, while Bitcoin is poised to break down." On June 20, he took the opportunity to remind investors that silver is remarkably undervalued at its present level. The gold bug stated, "Remember, silver traded as high as $50 in 2011 and 1980. Soon, $50 will be the floor on silver, not the ceiling." Schiff is not alone in his bullish outlook on silver. Bank of America recently forecasted a bullish trend on silver, anticipating an increase in prices through the latter half of 2024 into 2025. This optimistic outlook is driven by expectations of an end to central bank interest rate hikes and increased investment in precious metals. Another prominent silver advocate, Robert Kiyosaki, author of the best-selling book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, he often recommends gold, silver, and Bitcoin. Last August, he urged investors to buy silver before it's gone. Kiyosaki believes that the price of silver could soar to $60,000 if the world economy crashes. Now, $60,000 an ounce does sound pretty crazy for silver, but if the dollar goes into hyperinflation, then an ounce of silver could go to $100 trillion an ounce. The number doesn't really matter. What matters is that dollars will not be able to buy you anything, but silver still will have value and will be able to buy you goods and services in a crashed economy. Now, Peter Schiff was saying that Bitcoin is poised to break down while precious metals are poised to break out. Here you can see Bitcoin is down about $10,000 in the last month, and it moved lower today. So Bitcoin is breaking down at the moment. I don't know what the future holds for cryptocurrencies, but I do know that if you can't hold it in your hand, you don't own it. So where are gold and silver going to go from here? Well, I think the biggest driver right now for precious metals is the dollar, and the dollar is being affected by the Fed and their willingness to lower interest rates. If interest rates do go down in September, I am predicting that gold and silver will move higher. We will certainly see a new all-time high for gold before that happens, and silver could break out at some point. It's above $30 an ounce comfortably now, so if we're able to build a nice base here, which it appears like we have been doing that for some time, then silver could really spring much higher, because as investors are looking to get into precious metals, they will see gold and say, well, gold is already broken out. Gold is already at its all-time high. Silver still has a lot of room to go to get to its all-time high, so maybe I'll invest in silver. And when people start flocking into silver, that's when we see the price really go up really fast. Silver can move so much faster than gold. Today, silver did not move faster than gold. If we look at the percentage moves here, silver was up 1.85%, I suppose at the moment. Gold, however, up 1.96%. So gold moved up faster than silver today. This is unusual, but it's also unusual to see gold and silver doing so well as inflation is moving lower. This is backwards from what you would expect, because gold and silver are typically looked at as an inflation hedge. But the bottom line is, if the Fed starts cutting rates as we still have inflation somewhat elevated, this is what is really bullish for metals. So where are they going from here? I do think they will be going higher. Where do you think gold and silver are headed? Let me know down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next one. Silver Dragons out.